Hey everyone, Ben here. ARK Invest is an investment firm which specialises in disruptive and innovative technology. They've recently announced an ARK Invest Space Exploration ETF. So this ETF aims to provide exposure to companies involved in space-related businesses like reusable rockets, satellites, drones, and other orbital and suborbital aircrafts. These innovations should transform logistics, observation, agriculture, telecom, drones, and may even put humans on Mars.
Like Mars should really have great bars. The Mars bar.
So in this video, I'm going to reveal my top 5 stocks I think will most likely be included into this space ETF because the official holdings have not been announced yet. Now these are not just random stocks, they're stocks which fit ARK Invest's space exploration criteria and also have links to ARK Invest currently. So I think these will definitely be prime candidates for potential stocks which could go to the moon or maybe even Mars.
Stocks only go up. Stocks only go up.
So stick around to the end of this video, guys, and I think you'll like what I've got for you. And before we dive right in, if you're new around here, why not consider joining the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. If you do find any value in this video at all, feel free to give it an early thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the YouTube AI. If you do want to know exactly which stocks I'm buying, which stocks I'm selling, and access my entire investment portfolio, then check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. With that being said, let's dive in. So kicking things off at stock number 5 is EHang, ticker symbol EH. EHang is a market leader in autonomous aerial vehicles, or AAVs. Basically, these are human-sized flying drones. But this is not just some concept company. This company actually is already operating in China, and they even have trial permits for Europe. So there are many applications for EHang's fantastic technology, from tourism to logistics or package delivery, and this company even has a partnership with DHL. But that's not all. Another application for this technology is aerial firefighting. So if people live in major cities in high-rise tower blocks and firefighting trucks cannot get to them in time during a major fire, then they can simply call up EHang and they'll fly to the tower block and put out these fires. Crazy technology, but a lot of potential applications. Personally, I think the most practical application is that of package delivery, and even Amazon is working on something similar. So diving into the numbers for EHang, this is a very small company still, but they have experienced 100% revenue growth this quarter compared to the same quarter last year, so that's tremendous to see. The company also has a strong balance sheet with a current ratio of 3. Now generally I say a current ratio above 1.5 is good, so basically it means the company has enough cash to cover any short-term debts, that's those due within the next year. However, there's a lot of excitement behind EHang right now, and their price of sales have reached a tremendous 180. So basically, you're paying 180 times the company's sales at these levels. So there's an extreme amount of risk in EHang stock right now as it's ran up massively. But this could be a real game changer for the future and could be a market leader in this technology. There's even talk of EHang's vehicles being used for commuting in Paris and even for the Olympic Games. So there's a lot of potential with this company, and even if you're not investing right now, I highly recommend watching this stock and waiting for a major pullback, because personally, if this stock pulled back massively, I would definitely be loading up the truck on this investment. Right, now on to stock number 4 is Blade. No, not that Blade. This Blade is focused on urban air mobility. So this company is currently going through a merger with Experience Investment Corp, ticker EXPC. Now, the reason I think this particular stock will be a prime candidate for ARK Space ETF is ARK Invest has already purchased shares in this company for one of their other ETFs, and I did highlight this in a previous video. Now, most people who commented on the previous video basically said, oh, Ben, this is just a helicopter company. And believe me, this is not just a helicopter company. So this company actually doesn't even own any helicopters. This company is basically like the Uber of the skies. They're like a middleman company. They have the marketing, they have the experiences, they have the application on the phone, and they also have the relationships with the airports to allow vehicles to land and take off from those airports. And I think those relationships could be a key competitive advantage in the future. But it's not just me that thinks that. Companies such as Airbus and even Chamath of Social Capital have also invested into this company. Now, I do understand the issues of helicopters deemed to be old-fashioned, but they're actually working on another technology which they can partner with in the future, and that is an eVTOL. So basically electric vertical takeoff and landing vehicle, basically similar to EHang. So this company wouldn't develop this technology themselves, but they can partner with other companies developing the technology, such as Airbus, Boeing, and many, many more. Now, the major risk I do see with this company is this is generally focused at the moment in the tourism sector, basically reducing commuting time for those trying to get from New York City to the airport. Simply take a helicopter. Now, I did a full company valuation and buy point for this stock, so if you're interested in that, feel free to check out that link in the description below for a previous video I did on this company. Okay, on to stock number 3, and this one is no surprise, and that is Virgin Galactic, ticker symbol SPCE. So this is Sir Richard Branson's space company, which aims to make space tourism a real thing. The company also has a long waiting list of customers, so it's clear the demand is there for those trying to go out of space. Now, Sir Richard Branson even plans to take a test flight very soon out into space, so we'll see how well that goes. And then also many celebrities also have tickets for Virgin Galactic, from Justin Bieber to Leonardo DiCaprio. And I think once these guys can do a successful flight out into space, then that should boost the popularity of the company even more. Now, firstly, assuming everything goes well and there are no major incidents, this will still be a very luxurious experience for the ultra rich. However, Richard Branson's vision over time is to bring the cost down gradually to allow everyday citizens to take a trip out to space. Now, there are some major risks with this company. Firstly, the one I can see, which is clear, is if this company has one major crash and people die, the same way NASA has crashes and people die, the same way Concorde had crashes and people died, then the stock will also come crashing down to earth the same in a cataclysmic manner. So I see that as a major risk, which we don't get with any other type of company. I don't see this with Amazon. I don't see this with any other stock I'm invested into. But if I invested into Virgin Galactic, that is the major issue I do see with this company. And the risk is always there. It never goes away. You're only as good as your last flight with a space company. Now, at the moment, the company is spending a heap load on research and development, and of course, it's currently operating at a loss. However, they do have a strong balance sheet after raising some capital in the public markets. So the company currently has around $742 million on the balance sheet as of September 2020. Now, an interesting part I do see with this business, which I think could have a lot more mainstream potential, is that of hypersonic flight. So this would allow super fast point-to-point travel. So picture New York to London in just 1 hour, Los Angeles to Tokyo 2 hours, Los Angeles to Sydney in just 2.5 hours. Now, these are crazily fast times and definitely a lot faster than the business jets, supersonic jets. You've got the hypersonic jets, and I think that could be a real game changer for the airline industry. Now, Virgin Galactic is a very polarizing stock. Some people love it, some people hate it. So I'd love to hear your comments below on this company. So please do comment below on Virgin Galactic. Okay, so diving into stock number 2 is Maxar Technologies, ticker symbol MAXR. So this is a geospatial satellite specialist which provides solutions for commercial and government customers worldwide. The company operates through 3 segments: space systems, imagery, and services. Now, Maxar Technologies previously struggled with debt, and the company borrowed far too much than it should have done in the past. Now, the cost and size of this debt became a mortal threat to the company last year, and investors were worried about the company going bankrupt. Fortunately, Maxar seems to have restructured and turned things around. It moved its headquarters to the US, which allowed it to win lucrative government contracts, and the team also sold some of its assets and shut down some segments of its business to cut costs. This has reduced debt considerably and boosted sales. This turnaround has pushed Maxar stock from $5.40 in 2019 to around $22 today. If this turnaround continues, this could be a major benefit for investors, but this company still has a long way to go. The current growth rate for the company is still very slow at around 5%, so that's not really great, and it's not really a growth stock at the moment. But of course, in this crazy market we live in, even though the business isn't really growing that much at the moment, that's not stopped the stock flying to the moon. Now, another interesting factor which could make this company very interesting to watch is this is actually one of the largest holdings in Michael Burry's from the Big Short film He Who Predicted the Financial Crisis in 2008 portfolio. So it's definitely a very interesting company to watch, and to be honest, the valuation is not too bad right now in terms of its fundamentals, with a price of sales of just, I believe, around 1.9 to 2. Okay, finally, stock number 1 on my list, and this one is a really exciting one you guys would have heard of, and that is Spacex, or Space Exploration Technologies. This is Elon Musk's spaceflight company which aims to provide satellites out into space, and is actually the market leader in providing the most cost-effective solutions of sending satellites out to space. The company also has other businesses such as Starlink, which is a satellite constellation allowing high-speed internet anywhere in the world. Without the need for cabling, this is especially beneficial for those in remote areas. Starlink has recently started accepting $99 pre-orders for its internet service. Now, I know you guys are screaming at the screen, Ben, SpaceX is a private company, and yes, SpaceX is a private company. However, there are a few key reasons why I think this stock could definitely be included into ARK Space ETF. First, let's just look at the obvious. Cathie Wood and ARK Invest have a great relationship with Elon Musk. I've seen them on a podcast together, and Tesla is one of the largest holdings in almost all of ARK Invest ETFs. After all, Cathie Wood was the original Tesla bull. She was the person standing behind Tesla in the early days when everybody else was doubting Tesla. Second, and this is an obvious one, but I think it's so obvious it could actually be true. So look at the name of this ETF and look at the name of the company. So the name of the ETF is Space Exploration ETF. And what's the full name of SpaceX? Space Exploration Technologies. Even on Space ETF's description, it states about companies going to Mars, and there's only one company I know which is serious about going to Mars, and that's SpaceX. Now, I actually did a video on 4 ways to invest into SpaceX right now, even though the company isn't public yet. So I think if you're watching this video right now, you'll be definitely interested in that video. So I highly recommend you watch that video. I'll leave a link for that in the description below. But before you click away from this video, if you did find any value at all, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the YouTube AI. If you're new around here and you still haven't subscribed, feel free by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. And if you do want to know exactly which stocks I'm buying, which stocks I'm selling, and you want to talk to me directly about your own investing and investing decisions, and access my entire investment portfolio, then check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a tremendous day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Invest safe.